Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video. And today we are going to take a look at some Dragon Ball Fusions EZAs. They just dropped on Global, and I'm going to do a couple of dual showcases just because like these units are like the best linking partners for each other, and they're on very limited categories. So it's like if I do the showcases separately, you're going to basically be seeing the same thing twice. So let's just do it together. So in this video, we're going to look at Karoly and Barlot together, and then in the other video, I'm going to do the two girls, Pandel and Bullpan. So we're going to look at Karoly here first. So Karoly, and also, by the way, stick around for the end of the video. I am going to put stickers on all of these, so if you want to see their sticker effect, I will do that at the end of the video. So Karoly here, he's kind of like a caveman unit. His passive is very simple, but I think he's going to be quite powerful. So we're going to check him out here. So his super attack effect is supreme damage with a high chance to stun, which is good for like Super Battle Road. And then his passive is attack and defense 260. He gets a guaranteed additional that has a great chance of becoming a super, and then he gets an additional attack plus 59% when the target enemy is stunned. So you do want to make sure you give him a bit of additional. He does get the guaranteed additional, but he can triple super quite often. So mine has 12 additional, 17 crit. You could go a little bit more balanced and put a little bit more on additional if you want to, because additionals are important, because the ideal thing to do with this guy is to like stun on the first super and then get 1 to 2 more supers while stunned and get that extra 59%. Because of the way that that passive works, I think it's going to do a lot of damage, right? So we'll check that out here. And then mine is like full level 1 links. I haven't like touched him yet, right? And then I just gave him a few equips there. So that's Karoly. Very simple unit, but I think effective. And then the next unit here is Barlot. Barlot is the one that a lot of people consider to be the best of the batch. We'll see when we actually look at them. It's always different like when I can actually use them myself to see like how good they actually are, right? So his super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does supreme damage. So like going additionals isn't the worst idea because he is stacking for 1 turn. And then he randomly changes key spheres to STR, which is really good. He gets attack and defense 30% per key sphere, which is significant. Like 30%, I believe, is the biggest buff units have on a nuking. I think the first ones to ever get that were the Resurrection F, Goku, and Vegeta. But they have to get their own typing. Barlot here is just any key for 30%. So I think for a unit that can grab any key sphere, 30% might be the biggest. Because even the tech androids, they get 35, but they have to grab tech as well, right? So for being able to grab any orb, 30% is very solid for this guy. But he doesn't have any start of turn before that. He gets an additional attack and defense 30% and chance of performing a crit plus 15% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, high chance of launching an additional with 5 or more key spheres, and then an additional attack and defense 30%, and chance of performing a crit plus 15% with 7 or more. So if you get 7 or more, he's going to have a 30% chance to crit, and he's got the 1-turn attack and defense stack. So I feel like, yeah, go all in additionals on this guy. So my guy right now is 19 additional, 11 crit, which I think is what you would want to do. And you can see I put extra additionals on him because, yeah, that 30%, and I'm hoping 7 or more key spheres will happen quite often. I do have some additional orb changing as well. But, you know, when you look at this guy's passive, it's reminding me a lot of the Tech Sin Shenron on JP, and we've all seen how busted he is, right? Whereas the Broly on JP isn't nearly as impressive because he doesn't change his own orbs. So I don't mind these orb requirements in the passive as long as you're changing your own orbs, right? It's the problem that STR Kefla has. She wants a lot of orbs but doesn't change her own. So I'm hoping when they EZA STR Kefla that they give her orb changing. I think that would be really good, right? And then you can see I haven't touched his links yet. The thing that's weird is that like Karoly only has 6 but Barlot has 7. Like, what's the rationale for that? Like, give these guys all 7 links. I don't understand, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and hop in. So this is the team build. So I am running Fusions Extreme Super Battle Road because I do want to show off the stunning, and I want to see how strong Karoly is with some stuns. So I've got a few things to help out here. So we're going to run this Ghost Tanks. Ghost Tanks can stun and he's orb changing. So the orb changing I think is going to help Barlot out a little bit. And then we are also going to run this time limit support. So now these units aren't on time limit. Like, their big fault is that they're literally only on crossover and fusions, like only 2 teams, right? I actually wanted to run them on crossover because we can get a full 170 leader skill, but for Super Battle Road, we don't have that option, so I had to run fusions. So keep in mind, as we're looking at their stats, they're only getting 130 to defense, so their defense is getting severely hindered here, okay? So First turn, I don't have either of them. So my thought is I'm hoping I can just AoE stun, and then maybe have Karoly come up with stunned enemies. What I think I'm gonna do, let's just Ghost Usher to make sure we're safe. Now Pandel here is on the end. I'm actually gonna try not the super with her. I want it because I'm doing a separate showcase with her, so I kind of want to keep her hidden. But like Fusions was so lacking support, so that's why Pandel is such a good pickup just as a support unit. All right, so we got a single stun. We get an additional. See if we can stun the other one out. If we get the double stun here, that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, well, he got double stun. Okay, so we stunned one of them twice, but not the other one at all. That's fine. 5 mil for this guy isn't bad. The year 3 LRs, they could be easy aim, by the way, but just putting up a fairly easy 5 mil. I mean, is he on time limit? I think he is on time limit, so I'd be double supported. Hold up. I forget if Gogeta should be time limit. Yeah, that makes total sense. Because the original fusion was, what, 30 minutes, right? Yeah, so he was getting double supported. No wonder he had a 5 mil attack set. See, because in my head, I feel like that Barlot and Karoly, like, they should all be time limit, but the Dragon Ball Fusions game, I never actually played it. So maybe they technically don't do Fusion Dance, so, like, they're not time limit, so I guess that's probably the rationale there, right? Okay, so we've got Karoly here. Yeah, only one link with the LR. Oh, he actually links really well with Ghost Tanks. Okay. We'll link up with Ghost Tanks here. And let's see what his defense is looking like. So 131k defense. And he's not getting any additional on super. He's not. So that's not a very good defensive stat, but it is only a 130 lead, right? So if we're on like a full 170 lead, his defense is probably going to be near 200k, which I guess is respectable, right? I think the attack stat is what we're going to be looking for here. So here's what we've got. We've got Spopovich stunned out, so we're just going to attack Spopovich right out here. So let's go ahead and attack Spopovich. We're not really looking at Karoly defensively, so I'm okay. Let's just do like a Nurse Chi-Chi, just to make sure we're not getting crushed here. Because this is Extreme Super Battle Road, right? They do hit kind of hard in here. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. All right, what's Karoly looking like against a stunned enemy? It's probably going to be pretty decent attack stat. 3.8. That's not the craziest, to be honest. I mean, he did get a stun himself, but yeah, the fact that he could triple super, that's when it's looking a little bit nasty, right? Yeah, so we... Okay, so he's like, hey, don't try to say I'm not doing good, and he does, like, basically a triple 4 mil attack stat. So, I mean, Karoly there was looking pretty good. He just put up a 12 mil attack stat, right? But once again, those second two supers aren't guaranteed. So, I usually don't like to count the attack stat unless it's guaranteed. So, we can say that he was 3.8 with the possibility of, 11-ish mil attack stat right in that range. So, pretty good when he got the multiple supers. And keep in mind, though, that was attacking a stunned enemy. If he's not attacking a stunned enemy, I think we're going to be looking a lot less there, right? Okay, so we're going to have to get Barlot off rotation because I want him linked with Karoly. Unless he's like linking, yeah, he's not going to link very well with the Ghost Tanks here, the Go Tanks. So let's see. Yamu's going to be hitting pretty hard here. We're just going to be very liberal with their items here. Let's use a Whis. We're not going to be shy, and I want to try to leave, try to open up some orbs here for Barlot. We got to get him 7 here. I think we do this and this. So we've got 7 there. Perfect. All right, so let's see Barlot with 7. What's his defense looking like? Oh, only 38k defense, but remember, he gets everything on orb. So because I've got him in slot 3, oh shoot, oh darn it, okay. I accidentally clicked that single orb. Whatever, we'll roll with it. That's okay, we'll wait till next turn. Boy, not a great start to this showcase. I literally was like, my finger just accidentally tapped that AGL orb. Wow, that's terrible. I'm a noob Dokkan player, we'll just put it that way. Skill issues, right? Skill issues in Dokkan. That's the thing there. So next time we get Barlot around, we'll look at it. We'll make sure to set up 7 orbs for him. We're going to leave Karoly with this Ghost Tanks, though, because, yeah, they're linking pretty good. So Karoly, we'll just do this. We've got him stunned, so that works out. I mean, Karoly in tandem with another stunner seems to be working fairly well, actually. And let's do this, and we'll leave that fat stack of purple. So I think we should be safe to get 7 orbs if he survives. But yeah, now 4.2. And we could be doing that times 3. So Karoly's actually impressed me a little bit more now. especially with how consistent these additionals are. So he did 2 triple attacks, and he's got 5 out of 6 of those were super. So actually, when you're multi-supering like that, he is kind of impressive if you look at it that way, right? But when you see that individual attack stat, I wasn't like crazy overwhelmed. Now, we definitely need to get a turn where he's not attacking a stunned enemy. We've just been very fortunate with that so far, right? All right, what kind of turn do we have here? Okay, this turn is just kind of gross. I'll probably just leave these 2 fusions together. Just so I can keep that, my AGL Go tanks may be floating around. What are we going to do here? Should we just, yeah, let's just Ghost Usher again. And let's hopefully just get a big fat AoE stun. Dude, that AGL Go tanks, though, is so good for Super Battle Road. Like, it's not even funny how good he is. Him and the Ghost tanks is actually really solid, too. Like, if you get him a decent amount of orbs, like, for just this side, like, free-to-play unit, Rainbow Orb Changer, like, he's hitting, like, over 2 mil. And he can stun, right? Let's see how many stuns we get here. Okay, miss. Give me a stun. Okay, there's 1. Okay, we got 2 stuns, and he has a pretty good chance of getting an additional super here, so hopefully we can get another stun on the other enemies. Yeah, this guy's an MVP, though. Like, when you're going for no item runs on, like, stages he can do, this AGL Go tanks. Yeah, look at that. He stunned 3 out of the 4 on the second super. So, yeah, we only have Bobby to worry about, and he's about to die. So, we're totally good to kind of just go off here. Let's do this. We'll put... Let me just see here. All right, we're going to put Karoly in the middle because he's getting a lot there. All right, let's look at Barlot now because we've got 9 orbs right here. And we're going to have Barlot attack Bobbity just to make sure we get him out of the way because everyone else is stunned, right? So let's grab 9 orbs. What's Barlot looking like with 9 orbs? Okay, 164k defense isn't the worst. His attack stat's going to be pretty darn good. And then Barlot, I think, does get a great attack and defense raise on super. So yeah, after super, he's going to be over 200k. So Barlot, to me, is looking like a much more well-rounded unit than Karoly. But Karoly, once again, we just can't avoid getting this guy attacks against stunned enemies. That's fine. Let's go ham. Go after the stunned enemy again. It's because we're surrounding with all these Go tankses, right? Like, they're just stunning like crazy. Like, you can just lock these guys out. Okay, 3 mil for 9 orbs. Honestly, not that impressive. When you're talking about a nuker, I'm actually, attack-wise, I am liking this Karoly now. Now that he's hitting these consistent, like, 4 mil multi-supers, you know what he's reminding me of? He's reminding me of Super Saiyan 4 Broly, who I actually really like. Because the thing that's so good about Super Saiyan 4 Broly is in the right setup. He's doing that similar, like, 3.5 to 4 mil attack stat, but he's very commonly double and triple supering. That's exactly what Karoly's doing here. So, he is growing on me. I'm going to admit that. Like, turn 1... I was not impressed, like, at all. But then the more I'm seeing him super and the more I'm seeing, like, that consistent formula attack stat, like, he actually is putting in work. And the fact that he can stun is very good, right? I do feel like I got to mitigate here. Let's just try... We'll do a Chi-Chi, I guess, sure. We'll mitigate because we've got type disadvantage here. They're not stunned. And good, we're going to miss the super. So we're kind of keeping Pandel around for support, but she's kind of like... We're not really looking at her attack because we're going to do her with Bullpan as another video here. But I just needed the support because Fusion's got like nothing. So Pandel was the one I was really looking forward to the most. I honestly really dislike, though, how Pandel did not get Ki. And then Bullpan got just Ki, but no support. Like, I think they very easily could have made both of them 3 Ki and attack and defense 30, which would have been great because Fusion just needs it. Like, when you're running the straight-up Fusion team, they are so lacking on supports. Now, if you're running a Fusion lead, like if you're running, like, say, Super Gogeta, or sorry, Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, and you've got movie heroes paired with Fusion, then yeah, you can find some really good movie hero supports. But when you're running straight up Fusions, it's a little bit trickier, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's get a turn here with Karoly with not attacking a stun. Because here's the thing. I'm liking him now, but he's always been attacking stun. And Super Saiyan 4 Broly, keep in mind, does not have to be attacking stun. Here's a fat stack for Barlot, by the way. So what's Barlot? 176. Yeah, for that many orbs, like, I want you to be higher than that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, they're kind of mid, to be honest. And I know we were talking about this on the podcast. Yeah, see, only 2.3 now when it's not stun. That's honestly pretty darn underwhelming. That is pretty darn. And there he only got the single super. Yeah. And then 3.2 for Barlot. We were talking about this on the podcast, but this first wave of EZA is not nearly as good. When we get to the second wave, it's going to be insane because Weirus is really good. Chowman's actually really good. Janembu might be one of the better banner units in the game, like maybe the best, like non-Dokkan Fest banner unit in the game. And then like the Celza and Kuliza are really, really good also. So I'm going to be chomping at the bit to get those videos done. The thing is I really want to like link level them, especially because a couple of them have big bad bosses, but they're not awakened yet. So it's like, do I just, I might start I might start link leveling just to get big bad bosses. Because if I can get big bad bosses to 10 before I do showcases, that would be really good. I think Celza and Kuliza both have big bad bosses. I'll have to double check that though, but I know at least one of them do. All right, so what I'm going to do here, we'll just go one more turn. We'll just use a Whis here. Hopefully we don't die. But we'll just go one more turn, and then we'll give him one more turn. But yeah, like Karoly, man, 2.3. Because here's the thing, when you're looking at these units, right? If they're not a support unit, like Karoly, like he's meant to be like an on-rotation attacker, like 2.3 with like 130k defense, like that's not enough. That would have been good like 2 years ago, but not right now. And the thing is when you're running Fusion or Crossover, like Crossover alone has so many way better options. Fusion definitely is more limited, but like, you know, you look ahead to JP, there's some good Fusion coming, right? So like all the Gogetas, like I don't have any Gogetas on this team, and like Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and even like the Int 120 League Gogeta, I would say is definitely looking more impressive than Karoly here. So I don't know when I would ever use this guy. Like it would have to be Super Battle Road, right? Like the situation we have right here. That's about the only time I would actually use them. All right, so let's get one more turn. We'll just double Princess Snake. We did take a good look at damage there, so luckily I didn't die. But let's double Princess Snake. Do we have anybody stunned out? We do not. So who's better? So yeah, let's leave Karoly in slot 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to attack Kid Buu. And we're going to see if Karoly can kind of create his own stun here. So what we're hoping for is Karoly can get a first attack stun, and then 1 or 2 super attacks after with the boosted. Let's see if he can do it himself here. And then sure, let's look at Barlot with like less than 7. Because like how's Barlot going to look with only 4 orbs here? Only 107k defense. He gets a little bit more on super, but like, yikes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I have to say I'm honestly not impressed here. If Karoly, if his 4 mil attack stat was like not stunned and then he got more on stunned, I feel like that's where Karoly should be sitting, to be honest. He should be like 4 mil normally, and then his on stunned, he should be like 5 mil. Like that's where Karoly needs to be for me to like actually want to run him over some of these other options. All right, what are we looking like? So Karoly just put up, I missed the attack stat. I think it'll still be up on the screen here. Hold up. Okay. Give me an additional super? Nope. Okay. So yeah, that wasn't that impressive. And then yeah, under 2 mil for Barlot. So if you don't get 7 orbs, like yeah, it's just not worth it, you guys. I don't know. Like yeah, I mean definitely easy aim if you have them. Like you might use them, you never know. Barlot, I could see at least. So the point I was making earlier is like what's the role of these units, right? And so like see with Pandel there, Pandel has dodge in her kit, and she's like one of the few supporters for fusion. So out of this first batch, Pandel's probably the one I'm using the most. Barlot I could see as if you want like a floating orb changer. The problem is like there's like we saw like with the ghost tanks, like he's actually a really good floating orb changer, and we've got Weirus coming as a floating orb changer. So like even Barlot is getting power crept by his own team. So I don't know. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of Karoly and Barlot. I think they're just okay, but yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to use them. So we'll push out another video on the girls. We'll see how they're looking. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys. So we're here at the end, and we're going to put stickers on, but I made a huge boo-boo. So I remembered I had like 10 stickers or whatever from the last chain battle, but I forgot. I went in and did like a whole bunch of units off camera, so I literally only have 1 sticker. So I was going to save it, but because I promised the sticker at the end of the video, I can't do both, unfortunately. But when I look at Karoly and then I compare to Barlot, I feel like Karoly's is going to be pretty fire. Like Barlot's could be cool, but I think Karoly, I think they're going to hit the fire on the energy there. So we're going to go in and do Karoly. And then what I'll do later on is when I get more stickers after another chain battle, I kind of want to do most of these fusion units because I want to do like Pandel and stuff too. And then like the batch 2 units are all like so good. I kind of want to put stickers on them as well. So yeah, I should have thought about that before when I had the 10. I should have just saved them for this, but I kind of wasn't thinking. And I put them on a bunch of other units. So anyways, here we go. Let's take a look at Karoly's sticker. I think it's going to be fire, but we'll see. I could be wrong. What do we got here? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of in line with what I was thinking. They did well with the energy. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's a pretty good sticker. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.